What's good, Wagering World? It's your boy Five Star in Vegas, broadcasting live as always from beautiful Summerlin, Nevada. In here with my co-host, my guy, the only Sacramento Kings fan that I know. What's good, Spreader Stay? How are you?
Man, what's good is those picks. Let's just get straight to yesterday's news. Everybody was talking about it. It's always fun, when the season ends and, everyone was just, enjoying what went on. So much coverage last night. NCAA, NBA did the right thing, stepping aside and letting them take center stage. And boy, when they got the opportunity, they tore the house down, huh? What a game.
Right. Yeah, great game, great cover on the part of North Carolina. I actually didn't miss anything. I had Carolina plus 4.5. I had RJ Davis over 14 points. He got 15. He had most of that in the first half, right out the door. And then I had Ochai Agbaji going under 17 and a half. And as you saw, he went under 17. We broke this down to a T yesterday about how big it will come down to the free throw shooting. And that's what kept us with the cover after Kansas made that unbelievable spurt in the second half. Great run by them to capture the national championship. I think the only team to come back from a larger spread, they said, was like Loyola, Illinois, Chicago in the 60s. So, they haven't won a championship in forever. So that's over 50, 60 years since the team has fought back. And they almost got the cover, man. But we know we were on the right side all day with UNC. People are talking about, if he wouldn't have stepped outside. Well, man, those free throws weren't guaranteed. They shot 8 of 14 for the game from the free throw line. As we spoke about yesterday, they only shoot 70% from the line. They're one of the worst shooting free throw shooting teams in America. And it's rare that teams overcome that and win a national championship, but it kept us right within the number because they missed so many free throws. And it was in the 1-and-1. So Harris, even if he hadn't stepped out, had gotten fouled, he could have missed the front end or made one and missed one, and we still would have been good. As you know, I'm sure North Carolina had a win percentage of probably about 90% after they went up 16. So we were on the right side all night. Wonderful night. Wish we could have got the money line in. I caught them at plus 190, and then in game, when they went down 6, I got an outrageous number like plus 500, and they made a run and got right back into the game. And they could have finished it off, man. The biggest problem with that game for UNC, they had been wonderful, dominating the boards all night. And the same thing you say comes back and bites you. I mean, we was talking about McCormick and how he played so weak and soft, and he became an animal that last minute, man, because he took that game over. Those 2 baskets he made, the wings for them were shut down. We spoke about that as well. Leaky Black did a wonderful job on the star wing. Agbaji for Kansas. He was giving them problems. He wasn't getting into the looks that he was used to getting. So if McCormick hadn't made those big hooks that he made at the end of the game, we'll be talking about North Carolina today as the national championship. And one of the biggest plays I feel like that really affected the game, if you remember, Carolina went up 1 point with about a minute left. Kansas got the ball. They went back down low to McCormick. He missed the hook. North Carolina could not get the rebound. It was tipped around. Manic almost got it, missed it, went right back to McCormick. He powers through both guys, gets the ball back up. Kansas doesn't trail anymore after that within a minute. But if he misses that and they secure that rebound, Kansas probably starts fouling because at the time, I don't even think Carolina was in the penalty yet. So they were going to have to start using some of those fouls, and it would have been a completely different game. But overall, we're very satisfied with the results.
Yeah, it was just a great game and so much fun to have a little involved in it too. So congratulations to you on essentially, I mean, just a fantastic college basketball season. I mean, the only negative is now people are going to expect it next year, right? I mean,
hey,
other than
we got to
that, and
keep
the pressure
delivering,
you
man.
built for yourself.
Yeah, man, we got to keep delivering. Your thing is the NBA, as you know. Me and Spread been rolling together doing shows for about a year now, man. We go back about 2-3 years as being buddies, but we've been doing a show together now for about a year, doing college football season. I concentrate on college ball, man. That's what I do. I'm a collegiate betting expert. Those are the games I like, and the reason I like them is because of the amount of games that are played. The books can't monitor them like they want to, because when you're dealing with the pro schedule, it's a lot less games, so therefore it's a lot less more scrutiny by the odds makers, and they're really sharp on those numbers. They slip a lot in college, and during the season, with me watching all those college games, I build a good feel for all of the teams and can kind of tell what they do with the plays they run, which players step up in clutch moments, and how their coaches coach, and it kind of benefits as well. At the end of the year, everyone thinks like, wow, this national championship game, y'all won again. But what you guys don't know is I tell my clients, do not bet these games any different than we bet any other game. That's the biggest mistake. I used to do that when I was a rookie bettor, Super Bowl or the NCAA championship or something like that. I want to make a exorbitant bet. You don't have to do that, man. Just because the hype of it being a championship is still just a game and it's still just a bet. So keep it within your normal wagers on these matches. Don't get crushed by trying to get out there more than usual just because it's a championship game.
Yeah, and so it was just fantastic, just the work you've done all year. But of course, the people are going to want more. And working in college, though, helps you for what you're doing now. And that's switching to the NBA. And I'm going to be hitting these sides, some totals here or there, but mostly I like the sides. That's where I feel like my model's the best. But you're aware of these players, so we can jump into some player props.
Yes.
You want to get to that right away?
Yeah, for sure. Let's get to the ball and parlay today, guys, and try to get you guys 2 winners out here. I'm going to go with a player prop. I'm going with Brandon Ingram, man. I got to go with Brandon Ingram. He's going against your Sacramento Kings tonight. We won twice taking Jalen Green against them because, as you said, they 29th in defense. It's layup lines with Sacramento. They don't play a lot of D. And another factor that I'm factoring into this is Brandon Ingram did not play well in the last game they had in Los Angeles against the Clippers. I don't know if he celebrated a little bit too much after the Lakers victory. I'm sure he has a lot of friends in LA because he used to play for the Lakers. I don't know if they did a little bit too much hanging out or whatever, but he didn't look good against the Clippers. He's a proud player, and he's the leader of that team. I'm sure he doesn't want to give that mantle away so soon to the veteran McCollum, who just came over from Portland. He still wants to be the alpha in that locker room. And I think tonight he puts them on their back and he goes over 22.5 pretty easily. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for 30. The only thing we have to worry about is that the game gets out of hand and that he doesn't get minutes at the end. But I think at this point, with them having such a bad showing last game, that Brandon Ingram is going to make it his business to make sure that he gets to the number that he needs. And who do you guys spread?
All right, and I'm going to have some fun here, right? Because, we talk about this show, we're giving out picks, but also going through some of our process. And this is something that I love to do, right? So everyone's going to look at this game tonight, right? And they're going to say, the Memphis Grizzlies, they're locked into the second seed. They don't need to play for anything. The Utah Jazz, they got the Timberwolves on their heels, right?
Right.
They have to win this game. Memphis doesn't need to win this game. That's because Memphis is good enough to not need to win the game at this point of the year, right? Let's not get things mixed up here. And people think that, number one, these guys are going to try hard if they're playing ping pong against each other, okay? Like, you don't make it to the NBA or even collegiate level athletics without being a seriously competitive dude. These guys aren't laissez-faire about wins and losses at absolutely anything, even shooting contests after practice, right? I mean, they're all in on everything. So this idea that because the Grizzlies don't need the win tonight, that we get to move this line so far in the Utah Jazz favor because the Grizzlies don't need the win. No. And you're right. There is going to be a couple things different. Like our veterans, like Steven Adams, is he going to get as many minutes? Probably not. They don't need the game, right? So the rotation is going to be affected. Jaren Jackson Jr., another guy. Hey, he's had injury issues. They'll probably take it easy with him too, right? But every guy on the court's going to be giving it their all. They've adjusted this line too far, right? And I know, and Dylan Brooks is out, so don't think that I'm not aware of that, right? And of course, John Morant's out, but he's going to be out for the whole regular season. So they are missing their starting backcourt, but still getting 5.5 with the better team against the Utah Jazz that's lost 6 of their last 7 games. Only game they won was over the aforementioned Lakers, who I don't even know what's going on in Los Angeles right now. I think LeBron realizes I might as well just shut it down, look for next year.
Let
me get 30 a game, and we don't need to win. But regardless, Utah's not playing well. And I like to go against this narrative that one team needs the game and the other one doesn't.
Right.
So I'm taking the Grizzlies plus 5.5.
So spread's going contrarian on this game, and the Grizzlies, man, they've impressed me more and more each time I watched them play. At first, I was thinking, they're just a regular season team. They're making a little run. I don't see much coming out of them for the postseason because they're youth. Forgetting about, man, the job that their coach does. He's unbelievable, man. I've been watching him and following him actually closely since. Do you remember when he first began? They started him in the summer league, and he coached their summer league team, and they were very impressive. I do a little summer league betting when I could find an advantage, and he was one of the teams that I was riding that year. I was like, this kid has it together. He has these kids really playing, ball and playing in unity, and it carries on throughout the season. And now he's in his second year, and he's doing a marvelous job. They've completely bought in. They really like him. I love the culture that they have over there in Memphis. And I think they're going to make some real noise in the playoffs. It's out of them in Phoenix to come out the West. But just because of the depth, as you said with your pick tonight, hey, man, even when they don't have John Morant, don't have Dylan Brooks, don't have Jared Jackson, those guys still play. They go all the way down to like 12 men on the bench, and everybody contributes and everybody plays hard, and they have a system that everyone understands, and they run it beautifully, and they understand it also starts with defense. They play defense every night, man, and they rebound every night, and they share the ball. Really fun team to watch. So I'll be very interested to watch that tonight. And as you said, Utah, Donovan Mitchell is trying to get out of there. You could tell he's in his Russell Wilson mode. He's trying to tank the end of the season. It seems like he's not too involved. I showed some film the other day, man. It was ridiculous. They showed how many times Rudy Gobert is getting switched and getting these little 6'1" guards on him, and he
won't pass
out for a dunk, and this guy won't even pass him the ball, man.
They don't like each other. And Mitchell
started from COVID. It started from that COVID.
It was before that. They had issues before that, and that's what really amplified it.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like they were best buddies beforehand. There was always friction,
right?
But between these dudes, and that's happened with foreign players before, right? They come in and it's a different locker room, and
who goes though? I think Donovan goes. I think Rudy stays.
If I were them, that's who I'd trade, because what are you going to get for Rudy?
Right. You're never
for Donovan. You're going to get a package.
Yeah, he's never going. Donovan, they'll get a package, and I'm thinking they're saying that. And I can believe that he's a New York kid. His dad worked with the Met organization forever in the front office. I think he's still with the front office. He didn't come up struggling at all. He grew up. He went to some of the finest schools in Manhattan. In New York. So I think that he'll definitely want to go showcase his skills at Sacramento. As you know, he's kind of slept on being in Utah where he plays at. So I'd love to see him with the Knicks, man. I love to see him get some shine with the Knicks. Obviously, they probably want to keep D Rose to back him up and kind of mentor him a little more as he enters his stages of his career where he's in his prime. But I could see them easily moving quickly for him and moving some of those young pieces.
They might even go up RJ Barrett, and you can run RJ Barrett.
Nah, you can't give up RJ Barrett. He's
for Donovan Mitchell, though. I mean, for Donovan Mitchell, because the other packages are going to be like 3 first-round picks.
But you got RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett. This is why they're going to keep RJ Barrett. In my opinion, spread. RJ Barrett he's 19 years old, already putting up 25, 26 points a game. He's aggressive. He plays defense. A great locker room guy, but the main thing is, you see, he already got the kid from the Hawks over there that played with him at Duke. That was all him getting. Cam.
So you're talking about to get Zion?
He's going to get Zion. They can't get rid of him because he's the key to them getting Zion. Him and Zion are best friends. Zion actually kind of looks up to RJ. He kind of even at Duke. Because RJ was a bigger player than him in high school. So they're real close, dude. They were roommates, and they have a dream of playing together in the NBA. Him, Cam Reddish, and RJ, and they 2/3 of the way there. And I think the Knicks are going to figure out a way. If they don't, the NBA will. They're going to figure out a way to make that happen. Now, if they can put those 3 guys together with Mitchell, man, they're going to cause some real problems in the East. But the problem is now we go back to Tibbs. Is Tibbs still coaching like it's 1984 and running these guys in the ground? So we'll see how that responds and everything. But so that's it for today, man. We got the Grizzlies plus 5.5, and we got Brandon Ingram going over 22.5 for the Pelicans tonight against the Kings. We're approaching NBA season. The college season is over. My guy's going to be giving a side. So I'm going to be concentrating mostly on player props. I'm going to try to find my niche on that. I don't really like the sides until the playoffs start. When the playoffs begin, I'll really be locked in. I actually was looking today spread at the Spurs plus 8, but after I found out that Murray was saying he's real ill, it sounds like he didn't do like COVID has really done him pretty bad. He's lost a lot of weight. He says he's not feeling any strength or anything, and this is a very important game.
Yeah, he said he lost 8 or 9 pounds.
Yeah, this is a very, so if he's not playing and the type of heart he has, then he's really ill, man. So I was looking at that, but that deterred me from that. So we're gonna just stick with the player props. We're gonna roll with spread, going with one of the best teams in the NBA right now, the Grizz. You guys lock in with us. We're going to keep winning, and we've had 11 straight, man, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. You can follow my guy Spread at Spread ASTAIRE on Twitter. And also, please subscribe to his YouTube, Spread Astaire. And mine is 5-Star in Vegas. And if you want to subscribe to my YouTube, it's 5-Star in Vegas Sports Investments. Hey, man, we continue to stay focused on winning. We do it for you. The same bets that we give you guys are the ones that we're playing every day. And we've both been successful doing this for over a decade. We look forward to talk to you guys tomorrow. Best of luck to you all.